Time we welcome you to the show.
Good morning.
I hope that olives are gluten-free because I have had my fair share of them today.
You're good to go on that one.
Let's talk specifics and let's just define for somebody who doesn't know what gluten-free is, what it's about.
Well, gluten itself, it's a protein enzyme that's found in wheat, barleys, rye, flour that we can't digest. Typically what happens is if we do eat something that does have gluten in it, we get the gastrointestinal issues, headaches, skin rashes, you name it.
There's a
lot
whole
of
gamut
different,
of
exactly.
symptoms.
There's a lot of different things that people have, and it really just shuts people down.
So if I'm gluten-free, I wouldn't ideally be able to eat this.
You would be able to actually eat all this. Everything that's on here, you'd be able to.
Like because these are gluten-free products?
That is correct, yes.
Okay.
A lot of everything that I have on here that's on this table is 100% gluten-free.
All right.
This is a lifestyle that I didn't have a choice to live. I started doing this 17 years ago because my body was rejecting that enzyme that I talked about before.
So you were gluten-free before Miley Cyrus and like Lady Gaga.
Yes, that would be correct. You know, that's interesting because when they came out and started talking about the whole gluten-free thing, they made it what I would consider more sexy because it was
like all of a sudden you can lose weight and you can look like Lady Gaga and be as like, you know,
exactly.
fancy and smiley.
You know what? I would love it if I could lose weight on a gluten-free diet, but that's really not the case. And I think a lot of times what I'd like to do is highlight some of the foods that I have here, because even though all these are gluten-free, I mean, the ice creams, and I mean, you can make banana splits, you can have muffins, you can have all these cookies and different things like that.
But how does it taste?
But it tastes awesome, which I think you should definitely taste it.
Okay.
But they're also still loaded with fat and everything else like that, so it's not like you're going to necessarily lose weight. So,
all right, so walk me through some of the, because it looks like you've got some cocktails down there too.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? So,
these are good.
Yeah, this is, I've got all wine's gluten-free, so that's that. Also have certain vodkas that are more potato-based that are gluten-free. Ciders are fantastic. I have Crispin and Strombo, which are my favorite. And then actually my favorite gluten-free beer is New Planet Beer. They're out of Colorado. There's probably about 10 different gluten-free brands that are out there right now for beer, but these are my favorite. They've got about 3 different flavors. They got a regular, they got a raspberry ale, which is
He's tried them all.
Yeah.
So, and in this, we can have our sweet treats too. It looks like you've got some cookies and some chocolates and some grab-and-go bars. This looks like it's all natural too.
Yeah, the Kind bars are great. They're good on the go, because a lot of times, I mean, you might be in a rush, you might be in meetings all day. I always tell people, it's not good to wait a long time to eat, because what happens when we do is we get what's called brain fog, we lose track of time, then we start making those not so good decisions where it's like, I need to eat something really quick, and you might forget to look at the label, and you might grab something that's not gluten-free. So I always tell people, prepare ahead of time. Grab these simple bars that you can get. Grab some cookies, maybe have some chips or fruit. I mean,
you have some dips here too, and so all of this is also gluten-free?
That is correct, yeah. Corn chips are gluten-free, so I brought in hummus, which is one of my favorites. Also guacamole, which is great, so if you want to try that, you can. Most salsas are too. So it's like you could really get into the snack stuff. Pop chips, they're not fried or baked. They're probably one of the more healthier potato chips that are out there that you can eat on a regular basis.
Now, is it healthier per se if you don't have sensitivities to wheat and wheat byproducts to eat this way? Or is it just kind of, I don't know, just a different way of
gluten
dieting?
Itself is not healthy. So if a lot of times what will end up happening is when people want to go on, try the gluten-free lifestyle, they're going to feel better. They're going to, because it's not the heavy wheats and all that other stuff that slows people down and makes people sick and stuff like that. But it doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, they're just going to be like, oh, okay, I'm allergic to gluten, so I need to try that. It's a healthier diet off. I personally don't think anybody should eat gluten at all.
So you're not going to necessarily look, you know, like 50 pounds lighter.
That's where you need to make sure that you read the labels, and that's why it's not, there is no gluten-free diet. It's not like Weight Watchers or things like that. You don't walk in and get a consultation and all of a sudden someone says to you, okay, this is our gluten-free diet. There is no gluten-free diet. This is the way that people have to live because we have the food allergies, but a lot of people are going this route because they're eating these foods and they're noticing that they're feeling better.
All right. I think that's a great way to kind of end it and let people know that there is an event where basically